Right, we'll get this done quickly. We've just arrived at our first stop. Uneventful. It was wet for about half of it. It was raining quite badly there. Sort of about a quarter of the way down. It started raining quite badly and it stayed raining off and on. So the roads was wet for about 50% of it. Fairly wet. I've arrived. I'll just flip it over and give you some details here. So, as you can see, we've arrived with 14%, 9 miles. If you remember back, we left with 85 miles without the heating on. I have the heating on. It's set to 20 degrees because it's not too cold. It's only 13 degrees at the moment outside. So we've arrived with 14%, 9 miles. So with the heating on, I think we left with 80. And we've covered, if you can see that, 77.5 miles. And we're left with 9. So as I said earlier, the Kia Soul, you can believe the gasometer. It's not really a gasometer with this Kia. That's what I found anyway. It's very accurate, and if nothing else, it's pessimistic. So you usually get a few mile more. Now it's 13 degrees is kind of warm, mild, but the weather was bad on the way down. I had that slight headwind, so I would tend to expect 7 to 10 mile extra more than the GOM would have told me. As you can see there, it's the first part of the journey was about 10 mile of A roads, so the speed limit's 60 mile an hour, but you can't overtake. Single roads, so there was traffic one way and traffic the other way. It wasn't dual carriageway or motorway. For about 60 mile of it was dual carriageway. I hope you noticed that I did try to stick to 62 mile an hour, which is an actual 60 mile an hour according to the GPS. So I tried to stick to that as best I can because I want to be true to the trip. I'm going to go out and charge here quickly so at least I can talk well. So I'll show you that procedure here as well. Hopefully this one works. So out we'll go. This is Circle K, Castlebelling, or Circle K Barbican, just outside Banbridge. Okay, little buttons in the sole. So, we touch the card, or touch the screen. That gives us a 3. Start remote. Lock it in. Start. RFID card, I don't know if you can see that, it's a bit dark. Touching the card just below the screen. There it's verifying. And this particular charger, I don't think. So there we have arrived with an actual 13%. Let's see if it tells me what rate I'm putting in. I don't use one of these chargers very often. Let's see, if I touch that, touch this. Info, no. Maybe somebody can tell me how you use these ones. I use the old ABB ones mostly. Anyway, I know from experience, I can't see how much this one's putting in, but I know from experience the Soul can take the full 120 amps that my local chargers give me. From around 15% up to 79%, I'll take the 120 amps. So that's me charging now. Thank goodness this one's working. We're up to 17% there now. Get in the car. So that's the first leg done. Uneventful. Car's up to 20 now. It's now 25 to 9. So I did that trip at 3.8 miles per kilowatt. Next stop is Lusk. I think it's Applegreen southbound Lusk is the next stop. I will slow it. I'm going to try and do 60 mile an hour the whole way, but If it does look like I'm not going to make a charge by only a few miles, then I will slow down to 55, whatever it takes to make it. But I know my own car pretty well, so a bit of something on the Kia Soul. The Soul, as you've seen, has about 85-ish miles range at the moment. As you've seen, it's slightly pessimistic, so you can, if you did 55, you definitely get 90 plus out of it. At this kind of temperatures of 13 degrees at the moment, it's very accurate with the GOM, as I say. What else can I tell you? Let's see if I can get the dash on. What am I at now? 26%, so it's charging at a decent speed, I think. Lusk, I'm hoping it's going to be Lusk. I think it's again something similar. It's about 68, I think I remember off the top of my head. So it's something similar to what I've just done. Google Maps was slightly out actually there, so as you've seen I did nearly 74. And there's the active cooling kicking in there now. We're at 32%. It works in the Soul. I don't know if we'll actually hear it, but it works in the boot where your spare wheel would normally be. There's an exhaust vent there, and it sucks or exhausts the hot air from the battery out the back somewhere. And there's also vents in under the back seats that recirculates the cabin air, so the cabin heated air that you've wasted, it gets sucked into the battery to heat the battery in the winter time. I don't know if they actually do anything in the summertime whenever it needs cooled. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Going to go and get a coffee, and I'll see you at the next stop, which will be, that took an hour and a half roughly. This one should be slightly faster because of the road junctions. There's about 5 or 6 roundabouts to go around that last trip. There's maybe 3 or 4 different junctions, so you have to slow down for them all. So as you see, my average speed was down around 50 miles per hour there. So I'll log off for now, and I'll go and get coffee, and you'll probably see me around, what is it, 8:30 now by the time it finishes charging here. We're at 36% now. Actually, it feels like it's charging slightly slow, this charger. It feels like I would be faster than this normally. But I'll log off now. I'll maybe log back in again whenever it's finished charging, so that you can see that it is actually charged and I'm on my way again. So I'll log off for now, and I'll log back in quickly just whenever I'm ready to go, and you can see the time it took. I don't even know what we've been charging there now, about 7 minutes or something like that. It's 22 on the button now, 20 to 9. Okay guys, that's the car up to 84%. It's just turned 57 minutes. When I left you last it was 40. So as you see, it's 72 miles. It's what's it at? It's Lusk southbound. Applegreen Lusk southbound is the next stop, and it tells me on Google Maps that it's 69 miles. So I'm going to let it tick on till about 89, maybe 90 here. Further more than I wanted to, but the range isn't quite there. That's with heat on. It is getting, well, slightly chilly. It's 13 degrees still, but when you're outside, there's a little bit of a chill. Not too serious, but the heating's on at, what have I got the heat on at? 19. Just to take a bit of chill out of the cab in the earlier hours. So that's basically it. I'm going to unplug here in a minute. This particular charger, I've asked a couple of people there while I was offline, and it seems you can't see the speed like the ABB units would have. You can always see that it's putting in 120 amps or 85 amps or whatever it may be. I would say right now it's probably putting in around the 50 mark, around 50 to 55 amps at the moment. I'll unplug and I'll head on down to the next stop, and I'll see you there. Okay, I'll log off for now.